It's time for me now to cross the big one. So here we go. Just about to come onto the aqueduct. I suffer with vertigo. Eyes forward. Look at what's in front of you. Don't look down.
So we can wait for a lift here.
Sorry?
We can wait for a lift here.
I think we've been waiting a long time.
I knew you were going to say that, thank you.
Oh no, it's just the speed they're going in front of me. I'm more interested in taking photographs.
It's beautiful.
Come on, it's raining. That's not probably one of the prettiest places in the world.
One of the beautiful football clubs of the world.
Okay.
I knew you were going to say that.
Whatever football is. No, this is a beautiful canal, obviously, up through here. But I was on the Llangollen Canal as well, not very long ago, and that is stunning as well. Yes, the River Dee.
You just go underneath it, you see this canal, it is fully level.
You can walk down there.
Sorry?
You can walk down there.
No, we told us that. What we're going to do is we're going to drive around and see from the way.
Okay. So you can walk down there.
No, remember that because
There's a
thing for them will be a bit of a push.
Yeah, there is a bridge over down there somewhere, I think.
Yeah, we'll just go and have a look at it.
It's about 30 years since I last came up here, so I'm trying to remember some of it.
You tend to just park it somewhere and then just stay for the night, right?
Yeah, I'm meeting someone tomorrow at the Sun Inn in Trevor, and my name's Trevor, so approximately where we are now, there's actually a plug hole in the bottom of the trough of the aqueduct, and against the railings for the footpath across, there's actually a handle that can be pulled up to lift that plug. Fortunately, it's all padlocked down, so nobody's going to pull it in error. But I just want to let you know, I actually thought I took a photograph of the actual pull piece, but I was scared enough as it was crossing the aqueduct here. And obviously, when I thought I'd taken a photograph, I hadn't. Talking to this gentleman as I crossed really did help me with my nerves as I'm looking towards him and not the drop below. I was going to do a live stream on YouTube coming across here, but I didn't fancy bring my phone out in the rain.
It's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad.
No, I didn't know how bad it was going to get, so I thought, well, the GoPro's
Much better.
waterproof. basin, I've got everything to have in a house, you know. Basically these days what you have in a house you can have in a boat.
And you just travel.
Yeah. Day here, day there, a couple of days here, a couple of days there. If it rains, I don't normally move. If it wasn't for the fact I'm meeting someone tomorrow, I wouldn't have been moving there.
Actually working is the best one at the moment. Which side do you want? Whichever you prefer. Okay.
The wet side. Quicker if it hadn't been for them coming rather slowly.
Good.
All yours.
Thank you.
I was going to go down the basin, but I think it's going to be full up. Well, that's that big, long, high, scary aqueduct done. I've just turned the corner now, and I'm heading off towards Trevor, where I'll be stopping the night. I'm meeting some friends, the son, Trevor, tomorrow. Trevor at Trevor. Some of you may have noticed that the bridge numbers now have a W on them. Well, once we came west of the Montgomery Canal, bridge numbers started again with W as being west of the Montgomery Canal. We are now coming on to what I call the final stretch, which is from Trevor Basin up to the Llangollen Basin. As you can see how narrow the canal becomes here, and I do meet a boat shortly. Fortunately, it's in a slightly wider place where they move over and wait for me. I pass this boat with us both moving. It is the next boat that pulls over and waits. It's a bit of a bend, and it would have been much trickier than this manoeuvre here. We can just about squeeze past each other without hitting anything. Here is there?
No. Slow and steady, don't be alright.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I'm never in a hurry to go anywhere. I was down in the I went down to the basin, there was no room down there, so come on now. Yeah, I'll probably stop at this time in. You too. wanted to send somebody ahead, check it's all clear, but of course I cannot do that being on my own. Normally I'd follow someone through, but nobody's come by for a while. I'm hoping if there was someone coming down, that they were going to send somebody ahead and check that there's nobody coming up. It's about the best I can do. As we go past this wall of rock here. Yes, we're right into the cliff face here. And although it has stopped raining, it's getting quite damp. It's blowing off the trees. It is very hard going for the boat up through these narrow stretches. You're going against the flow of the water, and it's very shallow and very narrow, so there's nowhere for the water to pull into the swim of the boat. Yes, it's just about moving, but we're moving, so that's good enough for me. We had quite a heavy downpour a little while ago, but now the sun's come back out, and just look at the way it glistens through the trees. It's quite magical, absolutely beautiful, loving every minute of it. We are getting very close now to the end of this narrow stretch. We haven't met anything. Woohoo! That was a bit of a panic, but what can I do? As I say, I can't send anybody ahead to check, so I just have to go for it. The Llangollen Basin is just up around the corner. Won't be long before we're there. You can tell how narrow it is here. That's the sound of the exhaust blowing against the rocks on the towpath side. Well, I can see the sign for the end of the narrow stretch. So if any boat comes along now, they will see me, and will hopefully wait to not try to go into the narrows. I still have about 100 metres to go though, and it's extremely hard going up through here. Flow of the water against me, extremely narrow and shallow. Looking down across the valley here, I remember the last time I came up here you could see the River Dee quite clearly, but the trees in the last 25-30 years have really grown, and now you can only just about get glimpses of the River Dee in very small places for very short periods of time. Oh well, at least we know it's down there. These posts you can see here are for mooring. They are electric and water facilities against your mooring. The only problem is I don't have an electric hookup, and nowadays they want to charge you to moor up here along the linear moorings of the towpath, and I think it's about £8 a night. Well, I decided I was not paying it. I can't use the electric, so what's the point for me? I already have a full tank of water. there's a small cafe just here where you can get obviously ice creams, drinks, etc. There's also along here is where the horse-drawn trip boat goes out from, and it takes you up to Horseshoe Falls, or nearly to Horseshoe Falls, which is a part of the canal we cannot go on. As we're approaching the end of our wonderful journey up the Llangollen Canal, it's not far now to the basin, and just look at this. We have this rainbow in front of us. I wonder if there's a pot of gold at the end. It feels like there should have been after making that wonderful trip. I hope you enjoyed this series on up the Llangollen Canal. I really enjoyed making it, and here are the actual horse-drawn trip boats that you can go on, that are moored up on the other side of the bank for the night. Well, of course, I'd like to thank all my Patreon and PayPal supporters, everybody for watching, and everybody for subscribing. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Do leave your comments. I love reading your comments and I answer them all. That just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.